No, neither one of those.
Okay, well, it says maximum craft.
And neither one are blue. Is he rolling? He was rolling! I'll go get it. You're busy.
So this is a 12-foot mantle going out to Collingwood for a client of ours, and they wanted a nice rustic old barn beam. So this beam is out of a 180-year-old barn just outside of Oro-Medonte in Ontario, and Steve has notched it out. We're just gonna lift this piece out, and this should fit beautifully right on top of the customer's mantle. All right, so on this beam, of course, we have a notch, and after we cut our 2-inch overhang, you can see right through that. So we don't want to see that, so we cut a plug, and we're just gonna tap the plug in there, good as new. Sometimes you have to just go back to the old school ways of doing things. This beam originally would have been done all by hand, but of course today we have a chainsaw, so we get to use that. It's not the most precise tool in our shop, that's for sure, but it gets the job done. So Chris has replaced the spoil board on the CNC today. We've just done some general maintenance overhaul. And now what we're doing is we're just calibrating the head to make sure that the table is level all the way through. So what we do is we just track the bit, and then we make sure that we keep the same spacing between the Z-axis and the tabletop. This week we actually have 3 signs for local businesses that we have to do. One of them happens to be our sign for our new location, our showroom, and the other 2 are for 2 other local businesses. So we cut sign foam, and then it'll go up into the spray booth, and we'll finish it in all the custom colors. So the CNC's all done cutting the Creative Nomad Studios logo. Now we're just going to run it through the sander and pop out the shapes. But there you can see, and then it'll go up to the paint booth. Okay boys, so we're going to take the legs off, and then we're gonna do our final coat of wax on the table, and then hopefully tomorrow our steel's in and we can do our final mock-up assembly.
These tables are basically complete and just need to be sanded once and oiled before it's sent to the customer. And we'll take a table and get working. So for the last steps, we're going to be sanding with 400 paper, just a light skim, and then oil.
So guys, we're going to work on the shark table here. We've got to the finishing stages. We've basically sanded it to the stage of putting oil on it. And so we've done up to 220 grit on the wood and 2000 grit on the resin. After that, we're going to do a couple layers of this clear thick. And so after we do that, a number of times, then we'll do some polish on it after that. So I'll give you guys a go here. And then in a couple episodes after that, you guys will get to see one of the really cool bases that we're going to put together for it. Right now we've just got our pattern done, and then yeah, we'll go from there. We use oil finish because it is a food grade natural product. As well, afterwards, once we are finished, and if down the road you have any damage or issues with it, it's a much easier fix for us. So after the final coat, then the guys will go over it and we'll buff it a couple times. Really brings out that finish, makes it look good.
So I'm just trying to teach myself how to spell here, and we're laying out the Creative Nomad Studios sign that you saw us cut earlier in the episode. This has now all been through the paint booth and painted to the colors, customer specific color. And Matt is coming down with the actual logo. How's that look, Matt?
Pretty good. I did it.
So one of the really cool things about having a CNC machine is that we can get a really accurate representation of the customer's logo, which is incredibly important. So Creative Nomad Studios is a co-share workspace art studio in downtown Orillia that's about to open, and we're really fortunate to be working with them. We're actually, over the next few episodes, you're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff. We're doing all their tables, some really cool barn beam burnt out lights, and their front reception desk. So stay tuned for all of that and watch this amazing space come together. Hey guys, are we ready to mock this up? Let's get everybody over here, and we're gonna do our final fit test. Make sure that everything's good before we move it on to final finishing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift it, slide it back, get it up on this board on the edge, and then we're gonna tip it up and flip it onto the table. Everybody feeling strong? Ready? Okay guys, up. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, up she goes. Okay,
Good.
I got it here, Matt. You go into the middle.
Yep.
The best you can. So do we want to look underneath and see where we're at? So the reef table's all complete. Now we'll disassemble it and get ready for final finish before we get it ready to ship off. Tune in next week so that we can tell you who this table is for, introduce you to the client, and this won't be the last. They've actually already ordered a second piece of furniture from us. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like our content. We promise to have a whole bunch more great stuff coming your way.